Hi, I'm Felicity Morris. I'm a pediatric speech and language therapist, and this is Together Therapy because I want to journey with you, with my little baby girl Isla, as we grow language in our children together. This is our vegetable patch, and it was looking so good with beautiful corn and spinach and lettuces, and then some monkeys somehow got in and they obliterated everything. Now, we have to replenish this garden, so I thought it was a good time to draw some parallels between growing vegetables and growing language because there's some nice similarities there. This soil is actually extremely rich and it grows the most beautiful vegetables. And I'd like you to imagine your child's brain is like this soil. It is rich and it's ready to learn. It has huge potential. Now, that is for children who are developing typically and children who might be having some difficulties with their development or learning language. It just means that we might have to tackle it a bit differently and access their potential in a different way and work harder at it, but all children have got the potential to learn and to grow. Now, this is where us adults and caregivers step into the picture. It is our responsibility to provide a rich language early environment for our children to grow in. The research is very clear that this is critical for their cognitive skills, which is their thinking and their thought processes and their problem solving and their language development. And that cognitive and language development actually is really important for them to be ready for school and for their academic performance, and actually affects the ultimate trajectory of their life. So how do you know that you are providing a rich early language environment for your child? I've got some corn seeds here. And I'd like you to imagine that every time you speak to your child and engage with them directly, you are actually planting language seeds. Now, like this vegetable garden, I don't want just one row of vegetables. I want the whole garden full of vegetables so that I can share them out and we can enjoy them as a community. I also don't want to just eat broccoli. I want a rich, diverse variety of vegetables here. And so it's similar with language. What we're going for is quantity. We want to be speaking loads and loads and loads of words to our children every single day. The research actually shows us that the correlations that have been drawn between the number of words that a child hears and their IQ and academic performance later on. So we really want to be using a lot of words, and that's a consistent every single day thing. We also want to be using quality seeds here, quality in terms of responsive parenting, interactive adult-child interaction, and we want to be using a diverse vocabulary with lots of new words every day. And other research shows us that a child's vocabulary when they start school, yes, actually can predict their literacy levels and their reading proficiency later on. So these are really important concepts to understand. So in a nutshell, we really want to be using lots and lots of different words with our children consistently on a daily basis. And if you have got somebody else looking after your children, we need to make sure those people also realize the importance of it, that they are also engaging with our children in this kind of way. Your child is not going to start using the words that you use with them immediately. It takes a bit of time before these little corn seeds are going to pop up through the soil. So what is going on in the meantime? Well, with plants, they are developing their root system. And without that root system, they're not going to be able to grow or thrive. Similarly with your child, they are actually developing their understanding. That is what comes before expressive language. They've got to understand something way before they're actually going to say it. So this is a little mistake that we often see as speech therapists when parents pay a lot of attention to what the child is actually saying. And what we've got to realize is we've got to take a step back and go, okay, can they actually understand this word before they're going to say it? So what do you do in the meantime? Especially at this age of sort of Isla's age, which is 12 to 18 months, you're really going to want to be watering your language seeds, and the way you do that is through repetition. You just keep modeling those words over and over again in all sorts of different contexts and repeating, and eventually that little word will come out of that mouth. So here are some key takeaway points. Firstly, all our children have got huge potential to learn and grow, And we really want to provide them with the best early language environment that we can so that they can reach their potential. That means that you want to be sowing loads of language seeds in that growing brain, using lots of different words every single day with your child in every context that you possibly can. You also want to be watering those seeds, and the way we do that is through repetition, 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 because that is how language is learnt. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that that's been helpful, and I look forward to seeing you next time.